Hello, parents. Welcome to Back to School Night, digital version. So, here we are in Principles of Engineering. My name is Mr. Lin, and let's learn a little bit more about it. All right, welcome to Principles of Engineering. Principles of Engineering comes after Introduction to Engineering, and in general is the next step in the engineering program. We do utilize the Project Lead the Way curriculum here at Lutheran High, and I'm super excited to be teaching it. We're going to have a lot of fun this year. But just a little bit about me. I'm a teacher here at Lutheran High School. I've got two wonderful kids and an amazing wife. My kids do go to Child of God, as you can see in the, up there. And you can see in the middle, that's Molly. She's my 6 3/4 year old daughter. And just to brag a little bit, that little cardboard sculpture that she made, she literally made that all by herself. Here at the STEM lab, the only thing I did is that we laser cut some of the cardboard pieces. But all she did, she came up, said, hey, I need a circle, I need a bigger circle, I need a square, I need a triangle, and she did that. So, new budding engineer in the works. And then my wonderful son over there, he is now 3 officially, and starting the year off good in a lot of snow. So when I'm not teaching and or playing the family game, and especially on a lot of weekends, I am a member of the Missouri National Guard. I'm a chemical officer. So we deal with chemical weapons, things like anthrax, VX, all that good stuff. I did spend a little bit of time in Texas. So that picture right there is me coming back. We were deployed down there to help out the Border Patrol for about a year. This was a couple years back. And just in case you're wondering, that picture is the face that I give your students when they think that I didn't give them the right amount of directions. I'm just kidding. Your students are all great, wonderful, and amazing, and I'm really excited to get to know them. So here's just a bunch of different projects we do in, these are all from Intro to Engineering, but Principles of Engineering is the same concept. We're doing all project-based learning. As I mentioned, we're utilizing Project Lead the Way. They specialize in project-based and or problem-based learning. So generally it's, hey, here's a problem, you need to fix it, you need to help us fix it. We go through the design process. The difference for Principles of Engineering is that there is going to be a lot more math. So just a heads up, if your student comes home crying about some kind of trig that we did in class, I swear it's okay. But yeah, we are going to get a little bit more into the engineering process and some of the math that goes behind it in Principles of Engineering. So grades in general, it's about half and half of classwork and final projects. Projects will generally be evaluated with some kind of presentation that they will do. The reason I do that is so that we are building communication skills, teamwork skills, working in a broader community, and being able to present, build that confidence. My hope is that if you can talk in front of your peers, you can talk in front of a potential employer, a boss, things like that. So my whole focus is engineering, yes, but also job readiness and building some of those soft skills that maybe we don't have time to in some of the core content classes. Just so you guys know, the syllabus is on Canvas, and in general, homework should be pretty minimal. We utilize a lot of technology in our classroom, like a 3D printer. We also have a laser cutter that you saw a cardboard cutout from my daughter, and we're going to be using all of those things, which is awesome and amazing. The catch is that it's really hard to work on those things at home because you may not have a 3D printer at home. So attendance is really important. Do everything we can to try not to miss classes, but I do understand things happen, and that's okay. But generally, most of our work should be done at school unless extenuating circumstances like an absence, or maybe if somebody had a major test and they decided to not work on engineering for the day. I don't hold that against them, but I do still expect them to get caught up, and that might be the time that you might see somebody working on Onshape or something at home, things like that. So generally speaking, some of the apps that you might see pop up on an iPad or a Request, so we do utilize Microsoft OneDrive a lot. That's how we share files, and specifically how a student may design something in Onshape, and then we'll then have to save it onto OneDrive, and then I can pull it up on the 3D printer and print something. We do use Microsoft Office a lot. Canvas, obviously. Scannable, so there's a lot of different apps. That's just if and when the students do something on paper and they need to turn it in, they just need to be able to take a picture of it and submit it. So I think the Apple's Notes app does really well with this. Scannable is one of them. Whatever writing thing that they're using, all those work. And I did put Onshape on there. Onshape is an online platform thing. It's not necessarily an app that they're going to be downloading on their iPad, but if you see something at home on an actual computer with them doing like 3D modeling stuff, that's probably Onshape. It is online and it works decently well on most computers, which is why we switched to that. If any of you parents remember back a year or two ago when we were using Fusion 360, so we're not using that anymore. We have switched to Onshape. It's a little bit easier to access, a little bit easier to maintain. It's a little bit more user-friendly, and also our robotics team is very much so using Onshape as well. So we just kind of decided to sync everything together. At the end of the day, Fusion 360 is probably more professional. However, Onshape teaches all of the exact same skills. If you can 3D model in one of the programs, you can 3D model in all of the programs. It's just a matter of finding where the buttons are. Other than that, I'm looking forward to a great semester. I don't expect too many problems, but if you see problems at home and you need to contact me, feel free to email me or call or text me for something that's a major issue. I am not here to ruin somebody's life, so if you see that somebody is stressing out about engineering, encourage them to talk to me first, and if maybe they're not comfortable with that, feel free to shoot me an email so that I can help solve whatever problem that is. I will mention that my email address is jlin@lhssc.org, not your typical teacher last name @lhssc.org. So again, jlin@lhssc.org. Other than that, I'm looking forward to an awesome semester where we're going to build, create, and be amazing.